Long term, we're definitely seeing a restructure of the international security architecture. We alluded to that earlier, and I think there's no question that the reneging of international commitments by the United States, the fact that the Finns, the Baltic states, Poland are leaving the anti-mine treaty, that Europe is upping its military expenditure, Germany has left its, has released its debt clause or whatever debt barrier. All these things illustrate that we are seeing a fundamental shift. Certainly agree with you there. But just on the short term, because I think that's really interesting. To what extent will Putin have to do this? He wants to put the economy on a more official wartime footing and to legitimize that. But doesn't that go against everything that he's been trying to avoid in the past 3 years by calling this an SMO, a special military operation, to not antagonize the Russian population even more? So by doing that and calling it officially a war, he's going to really put himself at risk to popular support or internal, will he have to undertake more purges, for example? Like how far could this go?
He will use the classic method of stick and carrot. What's going to happen falls perfectly well into the existing, to what has been happening. For 3 years, they have been denying that there's a war with Ukraine. They're still arresting and charging people with spreading fakes if they call the war. Okay, but the situation is changing. He was afraid to antagonize Russian people under existing circumstances. Circumstances are changing. Like I said, he's going to change the paradigm of Russian state in the coming weeks. He will announce that, of course, it wasn't the war, okay? And of course, we were trying to be the peacemakers. We never declared war in Ukraine. For 3 years, we were trying to hold on as much as possible. Things like that. And then he will explain that we have done our best. Perhaps he will say, okay, the SWO is over. Now this is the war. But we are forced. It's not, we're the peacemakers. We're forced to defend ourselves. Do you see what's going on? Europe is right next door. The Satanists, the Nazis, it's not Ukraine any longer. The United States, far away. Trump has lost influence. Look, he's deeply involved in the trade war with China. And he has too many troubles. And we're clearly seeing he's weak. The United States is weak. Now it's Europe. A new dragon is growing and, getting strong. Just words like that. And the Russian propaganda, of course, will condition the minds of Russian people so they would accept anything Putin would tell them. So I think that what happened before was true for them, and what will happen will be true as well. It's just circumstances changed.
Well, on that rather precarious note, I think we're going to have to leave it there for the time being. But Konstantin,